Every morning, before the sun had fully remembered how to rise, Ellie stepped outside her small house and picked up a broom. Not because anyone asked her to, not because the city demanded it, but because her mother once taught her that paths, like people, must be cared for, or they quietly forget how to be used. Ellie was 85, her body fragile, her movements slow yet precise. She swept the sidewalk in front of her home as if it were something sacred. Leaves.dust, fragments of lives that passed through and never stayed. And as she gathered them, it felt as though she was also arranging something inside herself, a small order in a world that had learned to rush. Her house was the last one on the street. Beyond it, only open land. Once, this sidewalk had known laughter. Children rushing to school, bicycles wobbling past, neighbors stopping just to talk. Now, very few passed by, but Ellie kept sweeping. As long as there's a path, she used to say, it deserves care. One autumn morning, someone appeared. A young man, an old backpack, exhaustion carved deep into his face. He stopped in front of Ellie's house like someone who had reached the end of something without knowing what came next. "Good morning," Ellie said, never stopping her sweeping. The young man blinked, surprised. "Good morning," he replied. "Is there a shelter nearby?" Ellie lifted her eyes slowly, the way only those with time left can look. "No," she said gently, "but there's a bench in the shade. And fresh water if you're thirsty." The man hesitated, then sat, then drank, and for the first time in days he exhaled. His name was Lucas. He wasn't running from something. He just didn't know where he belonged anymore. Ellie didn't ask questions. She knew stories arrive only when they find safe ground. Lucas began coming back. Some mornings he helped sweep. Some days he simply sat in silence, watching the open fields as if they were listening. Ellie poured him coffee, always in a different cup. One morning, Lucas asked, "Why do you sweep every day?" Ellie rested the broom against the wall. "Because if I stop," she said softly, "it's like telling life not to pass through here anymore." Lucas carried those words longer than he carried his bag. Days became weeks. Lucas found work in the nearby town. His smile returned, slowly. He began speaking of small plans. Ellie listened, proud, without saying so. Then one morning, Ellie did not come out. The sidewalk lay covered in leaves. Lucas waited. Something felt wrong. He knocked. Inside, Ellie sat quietly in the kitchen. The broom rested beside her chair. On the table, a note. "If one day I'm not here, you sweep. The path is not to blame," Lucas cried, without sound. From that day on, every morning, someone sweeps the last sidewalk on the street. Sometimes Lucas, sometimes a neighbor, sometimes a child who asks why. And Lucas always answers, "Because someone here taught me that caring for a path is also a way of staying." Some people don't leave money or monuments. They leave gestures. They leave open paths, and a quiet reminder that even after we are gone, life should still feel welcome to pass through.